Say hey, Chucky. Say hi to everybody, buddy. Huh? Want to smell this? What does that smell like? Does it smell good? It smells pretty good, right? I bet it tastes good, too. All right, guy. Get out of here. Get out of here, furball. What's up, gals and pals? It's your boy Vino, and welcome back to 60-Second Cocktails. Ladies and gentlemen, today I continue my STARtenders series with the one and only Harry Craddock. So make sure you stick around, because we about to boogie down. Known as the Dean of the Cocktail Shakers, the great Harry Craddock was born in Stroud, England in 1875, before heading to the United States in 1897. It was here that he earned his bartending stripes, working in various hotel bars in New York and Chicago. In 1920, he would leave the United States during U.S. Prohibition. Now back in England, he would find himself at the Savoy Hotel, where he would establish himself as the head bartender at the Savoy's American Bar. It's here he would develop such classic recipes as the Angel Face, the Corpse Reviver No. 2, and his personal favorite, the White Lady, which he would claim as his own. In 1930, with over 2,000 recipes in his cocktail Rolodex, Harry was tasked by hotel management to put together a cocktail book for the Savoy. Thus, one of the most important and influential pieces of cocktail literature was born, the Savoy Cocktail Book. And Harry, well, he never saw a penny from it. Harry would eventually leave the Savoy in 1938, before finally retiring as cocktail shaker in 1947. Harry would pass away in 1963 at the ripe old age of 86. All right, folks, well, there you have it. A brief little history about our STARtender, Harry Craddock. And I gotta tell you guys, very few books have been as influential on my 20-year cocktail journey as the Savoy Cocktail Book. If you don't have a copy of that, you should absolutely go out and get one. And to be honest with you, you can find free PDFs of it all over the internet. So, go out there and get yourself a copy of the book. It's really, really awesome to kind of look back on the history of cocktail making. I mean, this book was created in 1930, so you can imagine some really cool vintage cocktails in there, right? Now, as I explained in the little bio, Harry Craddock is really well known for stuff like the Angel Face and the Corpse Reviver No. 2 and the White Lady. Some of these are very popular cocktails that we know today. But so what I wanted to do today in terms of making two of his cocktails was do something that a little more off the beaten path, you know what I'm saying? So I picked two cocktails today that I've never had before that sounded interesting to me. So we're gonna go ahead and try them for the first time in front of you guys, and hopefully they're good. We'll see. All right, so the first one we're making is called the Froupe cocktail, right, folks? So the first thing we're gonna need is 1.5 ounces of Cognac, right? Now, if you only have regular old brandy, you can go ahead and use that as well, right? So 1.5 ounces of our Cognac or brandy. All right, now, I should have said this is gonna be like a Manhattan riff, except we're gonna be using Cognac, but we are gonna be using some sweet Vermouth, and we're also gonna use some Benedictine, so it should be fun, all right? Now, 1.5 ounces of sweet Vermouth, as I mentioned before. All right, so it's kind of like a perfect Manhattan. Again, we're using Cognac instead. And then we're gonna do a bar spoon of Benedictine. So that's really exciting because Benedictine always adds some really nice herbal and spicy notes to our cocktail. So we're gonna add some nice spicy notes to our Manhattan riff here. All right, cool. So now we're just gonna go ahead and add some ice to our mixing glass. I can smell the Benedictine right off the mixing glass here. Now we're gonna stir that for about 25 to 30 seconds. All right, folks, I think we stirred that up enough. Let's go ahead and give it a taste. I love Manhattans. I love Manhattan riffs. I can't get enough of them, but I'm telling you right now, I can already tell this is gonna be delicious, all right? So let's go ahead and get our glass out. I got a coupe here, which I've had chilling like a villain. Let me get some of that ice out, there you go. And then we're gonna go ahead and pour this concoction into our cocktail glass. Oh yeah, look at that beautiful amber color. Looks so pretty. I do love me some stirred cocktails, all right? And then we're gonna go ahead and garnish that with a lemon twist, a little lemon peel. All right, beautiful. Just gonna express that onto the glass. Oh yeah, it looks good. That smells good, looks good. We're gonna wipe it up for some good look. And then just do a quick, clean up of the peel here so it doesn't look like a hobo. And there we have it, folks. Our Froupe cocktail. All right, so you guys know the drill. I'm gonna go ahead and put that cocktail to the side. I'm gonna try them all out at the end of the video, so make sure you stick around for that, all right, folks? Now, the next cocktail that I'm making is called the King's Jubilee. Now, this one interested me because it's a really simple cocktail, but it uses maraschino liqueur, which is one of those spirits that I love, but it's really, really hard to use right, in my personal opinion, because it can really overwhelm the cocktail. So I'm really interested to see how this works because, a lot of those old school cocktails, where they're great and delicious and classic, it can sometimes be a little imbalanced, you know what I'm saying? So we'll see. This one was more kind of a, let's see what happens kind of a pick, all right? So let's go ahead and look at what is in the sauce. The first thing we're gonna need is a ½ ounce of lemon juice, which I've got in my jigger, all right? ½ ounce of lemon juice. Now the next thing we're gonna use is 2 ounces of white rum. He used Puerto Rican rum in his recipe, so I'm gonna be using some Havana Club, all right? So 2 ounces of white rum. There we go. Now the next thing we're gonna need is a 3/4 ounce of maraschino liqueur. Like I said, this is one of those spirits that you don't usually use in such high volume unless it's like a last word or something like that. So we'll see what this is all about. The recipe reminds me a little bit of like the casino cocktail or maybe the aviation cocktail. So we'll see what that's all about, right, folks? So that's it. Simple as pie, right? We're gonna go ahead and add some ice to our shaker. And then we're gonna shake that for about 10 to 15 seconds. All right, folks, I think we shook that bad boy up enough. Let's go ahead and get our glass out. I'm using a Nicanora, which I've had here chilling like a villain. I got some nice stuff in there, there you go. All right, and now we're gonna pour this into our glass, all right? I'm gonna go ahead and double strain that. All right, so I'm already getting some of that maraschino liqueur on the nose. Ooh, look at that wash line there. That is a pretty little wash line. We're gonna put this right here to the side, all right? And then we're just gonna go ahead and garnish that with a maraschino or luxardo, maraschino luxardo machiriano, whatever it is. Luxardo maraschino cherry, there you go. Oh my God, you would think I just started in the business. All right, so we're just gonna go ahead and spear that in. All right, there you go. Let go of that cherry syrup. And there we have it, folks. Our King's Jubilee. All right, so there you have it. Our two very vintage, lesser known Harry Craddock cocktails. Let's go ahead and give both of these bad boys a sippy sip. We're gonna start with the Froupe cocktail, which honestly, you really can't get this wrong, right? It's a Manhattan riff using cognac and your sweet vermouth and with a little bit of Benedictine just to make things a little more exciting, all right? Let's go ahead and give it a sippy sip. Cheers. What can I tell you? This is an absolutely delicious cocktail. If you love Manhattans, you're gonna love this cocktail. It is so perfect. It's actually surprising it's maybe not a little more popular because it's really nice, really elegant. And I love that the Benedictine just adds enough complexity to the cocktail on the very back end, kind of coating your tongue with some of those herbal and spicy notes, but not too much, just very, very subtly. And the rest of the cocktail just tastes like a delicious, Manhattan with that, with those kind of cherry notes that you get from cognac to add a little kind of difference and nuance from a whiskey-based Manhattan, all right? This is delicious. Yeah, you can't go wrong with this. Now, we're gonna try the King's Jubilee. Now, this cocktail is gonna be very different from this one here, because we're using maraschino liqueur and a good amount of it too. And it's also rum-based. So let's see what this bad boy's all about, right? Cheers. Yeah, right in the nose, you're getting that maraschino liqueur. So let's see what's going on here. Yeah, and just like I said, the maraschino liqueur, like really, it's out there. It's the first thing you get, but it's actually a lot better balanced than I thought it would be. You know, I think with the, with the addition of the 2 ounces of rum, even though it's only white rum, it's adding enough complexity to the cocktail in terms of its own kind of brightness. It's adding some brightness to the cocktail as well as the lemon juice. So it really brightens up the cocktail a little bit, tones down a little bit of that really nutty flavor you get from maraschino liqueur. I think this is a very nice cocktail. It's actually pretty good. I'll give me another sip. Yeah. Look, if you're a fan of maraschino liqueur, I think you're actually really gonna like this. I think it's a fun cocktail. I'm actually not mad at this cocktail. And then you get a cherry at the end. Oh, you can't beat that. Anyway, folks, I hope you enjoyed this video on Harry Craddock, one of the great bartenders of our time. Hopefully I don't choke while I'm talking with the cherry in my mouth. If you like this video, please press like, please subscribe, and please share with your family and friends. And listen, let me know what bartender you want me to do a little bit of history on and try 2 of their classic cocktails, whether it's one of their famous cocktails, maybe something a little lesser known, like these. All right, folks. So that's it. Once again, what did I say at the end of the video? When life gives you lemons, you make yourself a cocktail. Cheers.